Welcome back to Have More Babies.
Great to be here.
So today we're tackling something. Well, it's a big decision for every new and expecting parent, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Choosing the right pediatrician for your child.
Yeah, it can feel like you're trying to navigate a maze sometimes.
Definitely. But we're here to help cut through some of that confusion,
Yeah.
really highlight what matters.
Think of this as maybe your shortcut to feeling confident about finding that medical partner for your little one.
Exactly. Our aim today is pretty simple, really. We want to arm you with the essential insights and, importantly, the key questions to ask.
So you can make this big choice with, clarity, peace of mind.
Precisely. And hey, before we dive deep, just a quick note. For loads more detailed resources and info, make sure you visit omegapediatrics.com.
Good point. Okay, so let's get right into it. Why is finding the right pediatrician such a critical step?
Well, it's way more than just finding someone for when your kid gets the sniffles, right? Your pediatrician really becomes a cornerstone of your child's whole health story. From those first checkups where, you hang on every word,
Yeah.
through navigating all those childhood illnesses, celebrating developmental milestones, they become a really trusted guide for the whole family.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
So for parents just starting this search, what are the fundamental things they need to look into?
Okay, first things first. A really crucial marker of expertise is board certification.
Okay.
You absolutely want to confirm that any pediatrician you're considering has completed a tough residency in pediatrics and, crucially, passed their board exams.
Right, so it shows a commitment to a high standard of care.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It signifies that high standard of knowledge and practice, specifically in child health care.
Okay, that's a good baseline. What other professional things should parents be looking at?
Well, experience is obviously important, and also their overall approach to care. How many years have they been practicing? And maybe think about their philosophy. Do they seem really proactive, emphasizing preventative care, well child visits, immunizations?
Or are they maybe more focused on just treating sickness when it happens?
Right. And thinking about what feels right for your family, what resonates with your own philosophy, that's really key here.
It's almost like finding someone who shares your health philosophy for your child. Okay, moving on to something really practical. Communication. How do you know if you'll actually be able to talk to them effectively?
Oh, this is paramount. The communication dynamic has got to feel comfortable and open.
Yeah.
You should feel completely at ease asking any question, seriously, big or small. Discussing your worries, really understanding their explanations.
And it's not just about talking to the parent, is it?
No, great point. You also need to watch how they interact and communicate directly with your child, even when they're tiny and can't talk back yet.
Building that rapport with the little one, too. Okay, logistics, location, hours they have to factor in.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Let's be real, life with kids is hectic.
Mm-hmm.
Is their clinic actually convenient for you? Do their regular office hours work with your schedule? And it's smart to ask about after-hours support, too, for those things that pop up unexpectedly but aren't, ER-level emergencies.
Right, those middle-of-the-night worries. And what about their connections, like hospital affiliations? Does that matter?
It absolutely can be a plus.
Mm-hmm.
If your pediatrician has established relationships with good, reputable hospitals and can easily collaborate with other specialists if needed, well, that just adds another layer of coordinated care.
Makes sense. So we've covered a lot of the sort of tangible factors, but you also said it's a personal decision. What does that mean exactly?
Ultimately, the choice just needs to feel right for your family.
Okay.
Should align with your values. Address your child's specific needs. There isn't one perfect pediatrician out there for everyone. It's about finding the best fit for you.
Okay, so those are great general points. But what if a child already has a specific health condition? How does that change things?
Yeah, that's a really important distinction. Some pediatricians go on to get extra training, specializing in specific areas.
Like what?
So, for example, if your child has a heart issue, you'd look for a pediatric cardiologist. Kidney problems,
Yeah.
a pediatric nephrologist. Developmental delays,
Yeah.
a developmental pediatrician.
Got it. So finding that very specific expertise becomes the priority then. How can parents figure out if a doctor is really experienced with their child's condition?
It's totally okay to ask them directly about their experience managing that specific condition.
You just ask.
Yeah. Ask how familiar they are with the latest treatments, maybe even if they could connect you with other families who've been through something similar, obviously respecting privacy.
That's good advice. Okay, let's switch gears a bit to something maybe more subjective, but just as important.
Mm-hmm.
Communication style and, bedside manner.
Yeah.
What should parents look for there?
Pay really close attention to how the pediatrician interacts with your child during an exam. Are they reassuring, engaging? Do they maybe use simple explanations, a gentle tone to help ease any anxiety your child might have?
Then for the parents, it's about feeling heard, right? Understood.
Exactly. A good pediatrician practices active listening. They don't just hear your concerns, they try to truly understand them. They show empathy, validate your role as the expert on your child.
And that active listening helps with diagnosis too, I imagine.
Absolutely. It's key for accurate diagnoses and developing treatment plans that actually work for your family.
And that phrase bedside manner, especially with kids, what does that really mean in practice?
Think about how they create a calm, reassuring atmosphere, especially during maybe stressful moments like shots or exams.
Yeah.
Good bedside manner means showing genuine care and concern for your child's comfort. It can make a huge difference in how your child feels about going to the doctor. Like maybe they explain what they're about to do first or offer a kind word if the child seems nervous.
So it's this mix of the objective stuff, qualifications, and also just your gut feeling. You mentioned trusting instincts.
Absolutely. When you meet potential pediatricians, pay attention to that overall feeling. Do you sense trust, connection? Do you feel heard and respected? Your parental intuition is actually a pretty powerful tool here in figuring out if it's the right fit.
Gut feelings are important, but we can't rely only on that, right? We need to do the research too.
Oh, 100%. Thorough research is essential. Ask people you trust, friends, family, maybe your OBGYN for recommendations.
What about online reviews?
They can offer some insight,
Oh.
but yeah, maybe take them with a grain of salt.
Oh, yeah.
Always verify their board certification and any other qualifications they list.
And setting up some kind of initial meeting seems really useful.
It really is. If you can, arrange a short meet and greet or a consultation. It gives you dedicated time to ask your specific questions and just get a feel for their personality and how they approach things.
What are some definite must-ask topics for that first meeting?
It's a great chance to talk about their views on key things like vaccinations, how they support breastfeeding if that's relevant for you, their general approach to using medications, and really watch how they communicate, how they engage with both you and your child if they're there.
Okay, so we know what to look for, how to evaluate. Let's get really practical. What are some specific questions parents should actually write down and ask?
Okay, yeah, let's list some essentials regarding their background. Definitely ask about board certification, how many years they've been practicing, the age range of kids they usually see.
And maybe experience with specific conditions, if that applies.
Yes, absolutely. Ask about experience with any specific conditions or special needs relevant to your child.
Okay, good start. What about their actual approach to healthcare?
Ask about their emphasis on preventative care promoting healthy habits. How do they involve parents in making decisions? What's their philosophy on vaccinations? And maybe their standard approach to common things like ear infections or colds.
And those practical points we mentioned earlier.
Definitely circle back to those.
Yep.
Confirm the clinic's location and hours. Ask about their process for after-hours concerns or emergencies. Do they offer same-day appointments for sick kids?
And how easy is it to actually reach them?
Right. How do they prefer you communicate? Phone, patient portal. Get clarity on that.
That's a super helpful list. Okay, so now let's flip it. What are the big advantages of actually finding that ideal pediatrician? What are the benefits?
Oh, the benefits are huge. You get a true partner in your child's comprehensive care. That includes the crucial immunizations, regular developmental screenings, expert treatment for illnesses and injuries, all from someone whose focus is solely kids' health.
And they know both sides, the well-child stuff and the sick child stuff.
Exactly. They have that specialized knowledge in well-child care that's all about prevention, healthy development, and also in managing that wide range of childhood sicknesses.
And it goes beyond just treating illness, right? They guide us on keeping kids healthy day to day.
For sure. They offer really valuable advice on preventative things like nutrition, exercise, building healthy habits early on. They help you track and understand those amazing developmental milestones too.
And having that same doctor over time must build a strong sense of trust.
It really does. When they develop that strong relationship with your child and your family, they can offer much more personalized care that really fits your child's unique needs.
And that seems especially important for kids with ongoing issues.
Absolutely vital for kids with chronic conditions, complex medical needs, or developmental challenges. That continuity of care is just paramount.
You mentioned neonatologists earlier, too. Where do they fit in?
Right, so neonatologists are a very specialized type of pediatrician. They focus specifically on caring for premature babies or newborns with really complex medical problems right after birth.
So often in the hospital.
Yes, usually in a hospital's neonatal intensive care unit, the NICU. If your baby is born early or has significant health issues at birth, a neonatologist will likely be their main doctor initially.
It really sounds like putting in the effort up front to find the right fit can save stress, maybe even money down the line.
That's absolutely true. Early detection through regular checkups that focus on prevention. It can potentially minimize the need for more intense and often more expensive treatments later. Plus, a good pediatrician helps you navigate the whole healthcare system, which can feel pretty complex sometimes.
Okay, so let's say we've done the research, asked the questions, found someone we feel good about. What should we expect at that very first appointment?
That first appointment is usually pretty comprehensive. They'll gather a thorough health history for your child, any previous illnesses, allergies, family medical history, that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And they'll take key measurements: weight, height, head circumference. It establishes that important baseline data to track growth.
And the actual physical exam part.
Yep, a full physical exam. They'll carefully check everything: mouth, eyes, ears, throat, listen to the heart and lungs, check their skin.
Okay.
They'll also likely chat about crucial routines like sleep patterns, feeding habits, offering guidance on breastfeeding or introducing solids when the time is right.
And I bet there's advice for new parents on just keeping the baby safe at home.
Oh, absolutely. They'll often give great tips on safe sleep practices, reducing the risk of SI days
Right.
and advice on child-proofing your home as your baby starts moving around more.
And vaccinations will probably come up too.
Definitely. They'll discuss the vital topic of vaccinations, explain why they're so important for protecting your child and the community, and go over the recommended immunization schedule.
It's so important for parents to feel comfortable asking questions about vaccines, right? And knowing their pediatrician is the expert source.
Exactly. Pediatricians have the scientific background and the clinical experience to provide reassurance about vaccine safety and effectiveness. They're there to answer your questions.
Okay, so as we kind of wrap up this really important conversation, what's the main takeaway message you want listeners to have about choosing their pediatrician?
Finding the right pediatrician is just. It's a truly significant decision. It has a lasting impact on your child's health and well-being for years to come.
So don't hesitate to be proactive, right? Schedule those initial meet and greets or consultations.
Absolutely. And use those questions we talked about. Share your child's health history openly, and really pay attention to how the pediatrician interacts with your child during the visit.
And here at Omega Pediatrics, we really are committed to being that trusted partner for families.
Yeah, our team brings together that deep expertise, the qualifications, but also just a genuine passion for providing outstanding care for kids, from the routine checkups to handling more complex health issues.
And it really is about more than just the medical side, isn't it? Omega Pediatrics focuses on compassionate care, building strong partnerships with parents like you.
Right from the beginning, from birth, all the way through those tricky teenage years and into early adulthood.
So if you are looking for a pediatrician who will truly be an ally in your child's health journey, we definitely encourage you. Visit omegapediatrics.com. You can learn more about the services and schedule an appointment right there.
Yeah, please do check it out. And while you're online, if you found this helpful, please take a second to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more conversations like this.
And share this video. Share it with any other parents or parents-to-be, who might be going through this process right now.
Yes, please do.
Thank you so much for joining us for this edition of Have More Babies.
Until next time, goodbye.